Have you ever pondered whether your bathing routine could be secretly undermining your skin's vitality and even your longevity? Ladies, you might believe you've mastered your cleansing ritual, but what if I revealed that, after the age of 70, everything you've done could be counterproductive? From accelerating skin aging to heightening your susceptibility to infections, many women over 70 commit critical errors without realizing it. In this video, we are going to reveal 7 shocking facts about bathing after 70 that could revolutionize your self-care. Stick with me until the very end, because I'm unveiling 7 startling truths about bathing after 70 that could transform your self-care. If you're watching this video, comment, "Great." If you care about maintaining health and vibrancy in your golden years, you won't want to miss a single detail. Before we delve into these insights, I'd appreciate it if you could like this video. Your support helps me continue sharing invaluable insights on aging. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our informative videos. Now, let's explore these crucial facts. Now, let's talk about the first startling revelation. Bathing too frequently can accelerate skin aging. Let me pose a personal inquiry. How often do you step into the shower or immerse yourself in a bath? Is it a daily practice, perhaps even twice daily, adhering to the adage that cleanliness is paramount? Or do you favor an every other day approach, balancing hygiene with convenience? Regardless of your routine, here's a surprising reality you might not have considered. If you're over 70 and still cleansing daily, you could be unintentionally hastening your skin's aging process. Indeed, what you've always regarded as a wholesome habit might be detrimental. Let's examine the science behind this and understand why it occurs. As we navigate the decades of life, our skin undergoes transformations, not always favorably. With age, it thins, losing the youthful plumpness and resilience. It dries out as the body's natural oil production diminishes, and it becomes increasingly delicate. Those natural oils, known as sebum, act as a protective layer, sealing in moisture and maintaining skin softness and suppleness. However, past 70, this protective layer weakens, leaving your skin more vulnerable. Now, imagine this. Each time you lather up with soap and hot water, you're not just removing dirt, you're stripping away the remaining protective layer. Envision your youthful skin as a vibrant, dew-kissed rose, its petals plump with moisture and radiant vitality. In those days, daily baths might have been acceptable, even refreshing. But as we age, that rose transforms into something akin to fine tissue paper or fragile silk beautiful, yet easily torn or crumpled if mishandled. You wouldn't apply a coarse scrubbing brush to a silk scarf or immerse it in scalding water, would you? Yet, that's precisely what many of us do to our aging skin when we cling to the bathing habits of our younger years. You might wonder, but surely, I need to bathe daily to feel fresh and clean. How else am I supposed to maintain hygiene? A valid question. Here's what the experts, dermatologists who specialize in skin health, advise. For most women over 70, a full body bath or shower is necessary only 2 to 3 times weekly. Let that sink in 2 to 3 times, not 7. On the other days, a quick, focused wash of essential areas, underarms, feet, and private areas suffices. This approach keeps you clean without overburdening your skin. However, frequency isn't the sole factor. How you bathe is equally, if not more, crucial. Many of us opt for heavily scented soaps that lather luxuriously and leave a lasting fragrance, or indulge in long, steamy showers that feel like a spa retreat. The issue: these habits can wreak havoc on aging skin. Harsh soaps, especially those laden with chemicals or perfumes, strip away moisture even faster, while hot water depletes your skin's natural oils. The result? Skin that feels tight, flaky, and prematurely wrinkled. So, what's the alternative? Dermatologists suggest switching to gentle, fragrance-free cleansers, mild, creamy formulas designed to cleanse without stripping. And when it comes to water temperature, keep it lukewarm, not scalding. Short showers, 5 to 10 minutes maximum, are the goal, rather than the extended soaks you might have enjoyed in your youth. If you're still bathing as you did in your 20s, it's time to reconsider your routine. Your skin isn't merely a passenger. It's relying on you to adapt and protect it as it changes. Let's discuss about the second fact. Overbathing increases your risk of infection. If the notion that excessive bathing ages your skin surprised you, prepare yourself. This next revelation might truly challenge your assumptions. What if I told you that bathing too often could increase your susceptibility to illness? It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? After all, we've been taught that washing wards off germs. But stay with me, because the truth is more intricate and fascinating than you might think. Your skin isn't just a passive outer layer. It's a living, breathing fortress, your body's first line of defense against a world teeming with bacteria, fungi, and other microscopic invaders. And the key to that defense lies in two things: your skin's natural oils and its microbiome. Let's break that down. Your skin is coated in a thin film of oils, those same oils we discussed earlier that act as a sealant, keeping harmful pathogens out while locking moisture in. But it's not just the oils doing the work. Your skin is also home to a thriving ecosystem of trillions of microorganisms, including beneficial bacteria that form what's known as the microbiome. Think of these tiny allies as your personal security team. They crowd out the bad guys, disease-causing bacteria and fungi, preventing them from gaining a foothold. Together, the oils and microbiome create a dynamic shield that's essential to your health. Here's where overbathing comes into play. Every time you scrub down with soap, especially the harsh kind, or linger under a hot shower, you're not just cleaning, you're dismantling that shield. You're washing away the oils and wiping out those beneficial bacteria, leaving your skin exposed and defenseless. It's akin to tearing down the walls of a castle and dismissing the guards, then wondering why the invaders waltz right in. For women over 70, whose skin is already producing less oil and recovering more slowly, this effect is amplified. Overbathing doesn't just dry you out. It opens the door to infections. What kinds of problems are we talking about? Let's look at a few examples. First, fungal infections. When your skin's protective barrier is compromised, fungi like Candida, the culprit behind athlete's foot, yeast infections, or even stubborn rashes, can take hold and flourish in warm, moist areas. Then there's eczema and dermatitis. Overwashing leaves skin raw, cracked, and inflamed, turning minor irritations into painful, itchy patches that refuse to heal. And don't overlook bacterial infections. Without its natural defenses, your skin becomes an easy entry point for bacteria, which can slip through tiny cuts or fissures, leading to sores, boils, or even cellulitis, a deeper, potentially serious infection that requires medical attention. You might think, I'll just use antibacterial soap. It'll kill the germs, right? Not so fast. Here's the catch. Many antibacterial products are like a double-edged sword. Sure, they eliminate some of the bad bacteria, but they also obliterate the good ones, throwing your skin's ecosystem into chaos and leaving it more vulnerable than before. Studies have even raised concerns about ingredients like triclosan, found in some antibacterial soaps, which might contribute to antibiotic resistance over time, a problem you don't want to invite into your life. So, the next time you're tempted to hop in the shower just because, pause and consider this. Your skin isn't begging for another wash. It's pleading for a break. By reducing overbathing and preserving your natural oils and microbiome, you're not just avoiding dryness, you're empowering your body to protect itself. Less, in this case, truly is more when it comes to keeping yourself safe and healthy. This time, let's talk about hot showers and why they can be dangerous for seniors. As long as I can recall, I've cherished a long, steamy hot shower, the kind that fills the bathroom with dense clouds of fog, transforming the mirror into a blank canvas and leaving you feeling like you've just emerged from a luxurious spa. There's an undeniable comfort in the heat enveloping you, melting away the day's tension. But here's a sobering realization I've come to understand. Once you reach 70, that beloved ritual could quietly transition from a soothing escape to a hidden peril. It's no longer just a matter of preference, it's about safety. Let me explain why this occurs and why it's so significant. The issue begins with what hot water does to your body. When you step under that cascade of scalding water, your blood vessels respond by dilating, widening to help dissipate the heat. This is your body's natural cooling mechanism. But here's the catch: when those vessels expand, your blood pressure takes a sudden dip. For younger individuals, this might not pose a problem. Their bodies adjust quickly. But as we age, our systems aren't as resilient. A drop in blood pressure can escalate from a minor inconvenience to a series of risks, especially in the bathroom. So, what happens when your blood pressure plummets too far? You might experience a wave of dizziness or a lightheaded sensation that makes the room tilt. In the worst-case scenarios, it can lead to fainting, a complete loss of control as your body collapses to the floor. Now, picture this. You're standing on a slick, wet surface, surrounded by hard tiles and unforgiving edges. If you lose your balance, even momentarily, the consequences can be catastrophic. Did you know that over 80% of falls among seniors occur in the bathroom? It's not coincidental. The combination of slippery floors, disorienting steam, and that sudden dizzy spell creates a perfect storm. A recipe for disaster that's all too common. And let's discuss what happens if you do fall. After 70, a tumble isn't just a bruised ego or a quickly dismissed moment. The stakes are much higher. A fall can result in a broken hip, an injury that often necessitates invasive surgery, months of rehabilitation, and sometimes a permanent loss of independence. Or worse, a head injury. Striking the edge of a sink or the floor can lead to concussions, brain bleeds, or other life-threatening trauma, especially as our skulls and brains become more vulnerable with age. Even if the injuries aren't immediately severe, the aftermath can mean chronic pain, reduced mobility, or reliance on a walker or wheelchair. One misstep in the shower can rewrite your entire future. So, if you're someone who craves that piping hot rinse, or if you know a senior who does, here's how to keep the ritual safe without sacrificing comfort. First, reduce the heat. Aim for warm, not scalding. Think of a temperature that feels pleasant but doesn't leave your skin flushed or angry red. If you emerge looking like a lobster, it's a sign the water's too hot for your body to handle safely. Next, make your bathroom a fortress of stability. Install grab bars near the shower entrance and along the walls sturdy, reliable anchors you can grip if you feel even the slightest wobble. Consider a shower stool or chair. Sitting down transforms bathing from a balancing act into a secure, stress-free experience. And one final critical tip. If dizziness strikes mid-shower, don't tough it out. Lower yourself to the floor or stool immediately. Take slow breaths and call for help if you don't recover quickly. Your safety isn't worth the risk of pushing through. Moving on, let's talk about why your feet need special attention. Most women I know invest time and care into their faces. Applying moisturizers to keep skin soft, dabbing serums to ward off wrinkles, maybe even splurging on a luxurious eye cream to banish dark circles. It's a routine we've perfected, a small act of self-love we rarely skip. But let me pose a question. When was the last time you gave your feet the same level of devotion? I'm not talking about a quick scrub in the shower or a rare pedicure. I mean taking care of them day in and day out. As we age, those often overlooked feet become a critical part of our health, and neglecting them can lead to surprising trouble. Here's why this matters more than you might realize. As the years accumulate, circulation in your extremities, especially your feet, begins to slow down. Blood doesn't flow as efficiently as it once did, which means small cuts, scrapes, or irritations take longer to heal. That sluggish healing process turns your feet into a prime target for problems. If you're not washing and drying them properly, bacteria and fungi can establish themselves, thriving in the warm, damp crevices between your toes. Poor foot hygiene doesn't just lead to an unpleasant odor. It's an open invitation to infections that can spiral out of control. The biggest culprits? Fungal infections like athlete's foot, which love neglected, moist feet. If you're not drying thoroughly after a shower or sweaty day, that trapped moisture becomes a breeding ground. Left unchecked, you might notice itching, redness, or peeling skin uncomfortable at first, but potentially worse if it progresses. For seniors, especially those with diabetes or compromised immune systems, damp feet can even lead to ulcers, painful, slow-healing sores that might require medical intervention. And don't overlook your toenails. If they're not trimmed properly cut straight across, not too short they can become ingrown, digging into the skin and creating another entry point for bacteria. Suddenly, those feet you barely think about become a health hazard. So, even if you're only bathing a few times a week, your feet need consistent daily TLC. Here's how to build a routine that keeps them healthy and happy. Start with a simple wash every day, even on days you skip a full shower. Grab a basin or stand in the tub. Use mild soap and warm, not hot, water, and gently scrub away dirt and sweat. Pay extra attention to drying. Don't just swipe a towel and call it done. Pat them dry, then take a moment to wick away every drop of moisture between your toes. That's where trouble loves to hide. Moisturize the tops and soles to prevent cracked, dry skin. Heels that split open are painful and prone to infection. But skip the lotion between the toes, where excess moisture fuels fungus. And here's one more thing to watch for. If your feet start to ache, swell, or tingle, don't brush it off as just aging. Those could be red flags for poor circulation or nerve issues. both of which become more common as we get older. A quick check-in with a doctor might catch a problem early. By giving your feet this kind of deliberate care, you're not just avoiding infections. You're ensuring they can carry you through life with strength and comfort for years to come. Let's discuss about the fifth fact. Your private areas need a different kind of care. Let's delve into a topic that's often considered taboo, but is crucial for women over 70 to understand: the proper care of your intimate areas. This isn't just a minor aspect of personal hygiene. It's a cornerstone of comfort, health, and well-being as you navigate the changes that accompany aging. Many people avoid discussing this subject, whether due to embarrassment or simply because it's not a common topic of conversation. Yet, ignoring it can lead to serious consequences. The truth is, your private areas undergo dramatic transformations after 70, and if you're still relying on the same cleaning methods you used decades ago, say in your 30s or 40s, you could unknowingly be disrupting your body's delicate equilibrium. This misstep might result in persistent discomfort, recurring infections, or irritation so severe that it casts a shadow over your daily life, making even simple tasks like walking or sitting feel unbearable. So, what exactly happens to your intimate areas as the years accumulate? First, there's a significant reduction in natural lubrication. After menopause, which for most women occurs between their late 40s and early 50s, estrogen levels plummet and remain low. This hormonal shift causes the vaginal tissues to thin out, dry up, and become far more sensitive than they were in your younger years. What might have been a mild inconvenience back then, like using a slightly abrasive soap, can now provoke stinging, redness, or even a burning sensation that lingers. Second, the pH balance of your vaginal environment changes over time. In your reproductive years, this area maintains a naturally acidic pH, typically between 3.8 and 4.5, which acts like a built-in security system, fending off harmful bacteria and yeast. But as you age, this acidity gradually weakens, shifting closer to a neutral pH. This subtle change makes it easier for infections like bacterial vaginosis or candidiasis yeast infections to take hold, especially if your hygiene routine isn't adapted to this new reality. Finally, the skin itself transforms. The tissues in your intimate area lose collagen and elasticity, becoming thinner and more fragile, almost like tissue paper. Harsh soaps, rough washcloths, or overzealous scrubbing can create micro-tears in this delicate skin, opening the door to itching, soreness, and even secondary infections. Now, let's talk about common mistakes. If you're still reaching for that strong antibacterial soap, a floral-scented body wash, or, heaven forbid, a douche, you're not just cleaning. You're waging war on your body's natural defenses. These products obliterate the beneficial bacteria, like lactobacilli, that live in harmony with your vaginal ecosystem, keeping harmful microbes in check. Strip those away, and you're rolling out the red carpet for troublemakers that thrive in an unbalanced environment. Douching, in particular, is a relic of outdated advice. It blasts away beneficial flora and can even push bacteria deeper into your reproductive tract, increasing infection risk. So, what's the right way to care for this sensitive zone? The inside of the vagina is a self-cleaning marvel. Its natural secretions handle the job, so you don't need to intervene there. For the external vulvar area, simplicity reigns supreme. Warm water alone is often sufficient to keep things clean without upsetting the balance. If you feel the need for a cleanser, choose a mild, fragrance-free option, explicitly designed for sensitive skin. Think hypoallergenic formulas with minimal ingredients. Skip the loofahs, sponges, or scratchy washcloths. Your hands are the gentlest tool for the job, reducing the risk of irritation or tiny cuts. After bathing, resist the urge to rub the area dry with a towel. Friction is your enemy here. Instead, gently pat with a soft, clean cloth to wick away moisture without aggravating the skin. Here's a counterintuitive twist that might catch you off guard. Washing too often or too aggressively can amplify odor rather than banish it. You might assume that more scrubbing equals a fresher feeling, but the opposite holds true. Overwashing disrupts the microbial harmony down there, killing off the good bacteria that keep odor-causing culprits at bay. When those bad actors take over, you're left with a vicious cycle of washing more to fix a problem that washing itself created. If you've ever stepped out of the shower only to feel less fresh, or worse, noticed itching or discomfort shortly after, it's a sign your routine might need a rethink. The golden rule: less is more. A gentle, minimal approach keeps your intimate areas healthy, comfortable, and naturally balanced. letting your body do what it's designed to do. Now, let's discuss about the sixth fact. Hard water can secretly sabotage your skin and hair. Picture this: you've just finished bathing, diligently applied your favorite moisturizer, and yet your skin still feels tight, itchy, or scaly, like it's crying out for relief. Or maybe your hair, once vibrant, now looks limp, brittle, or dull, no matter how much conditioner you apply. Before you discard your skincare or hair care products in frustration, consider an often overlooked culprit: the water flowing from your tap. Hard water, laden with high concentrations of minerals like calcium, magnesium, and sometimes iron, might be silently undermining your efforts to maintain healthy skin and hair. Most people don't give a second thought to the quality of their bathing water. But for women over 70, whose skin and hair are already more vulnerable, hard water can be a game changer in all the wrong ways. Let's unpack how hard water wreaks its havoc. When you shower or bathe, those dissolved minerals don't just rinse away. They leave behind a subtle, stubborn residue on your skin. This film acts like a barrier, preventing soaps and cleansers from fully washing off. Instead, you're left with soap scum, a chalky, sticky layer that clogs pores, saps moisture, and leaves your skin feeling rough, dry, or irritated. For anyone prone to conditions like eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis, this is a recipe for disaster. The mineral buildup exacerbates inflammation, intensifies itching, and sparks flare-ups that are more frequent, severe, and harder to soothe. Studies suggest that hard water's effects compound over time, making it a particular concern for aging skin, which already struggles to retain moisture and elasticity. But the damage doesn't stop at your skin's surface. Hard water also targets your hair, depositing minerals onto your scalp and strands. This buildup weighs hair down, making it look flat and lifeless, while stripping natural oils that keep it soft and shiny. Over months or years, it can turn hair brittle, exacerbate breakage, and even accelerate thinning of blow to confidence for many older women already grappling with age-related hair loss. The good news: you don't have to resign yourself to hard water's tyranny. There are practical steps to fight back. Start with a shower filter, a budget-friendly device that screws onto your shower head and traps those pesky minerals before they hit your skin and hair. Available at most hardware stores or online, these filters can transform your bathing experience. Think softer skin, less irritation, and hair that feels lighter and more manageable. Next, rethink your cleanser. Traditional bar soaps react with hard water's minerals to form more scum, amplifying the problem. Instead, opt for a gentle, pH-balanced, sulfate-free body wash or moisturizing cleanser products designed to rinse cleanly even in challenging water conditions. Timing matters too. After bathing, don't wait for your skin to air dry, which lets that mineral residue settle in. Instead, apply a rich moisturizer while your skin is still damp, within 3 minutes of stepping out, to lock in hydration and create a protective barrier against hard water's drying effects. Bonus tip: if your hair's taken a hit, consider a weekly clarifying shampoo to remove mineral buildup, followed by a deep conditioner to restore softness. You might not control your city's water supply, but with these tweaks, you can shield your skin and hair from its harsh reality. Finally, let's discuss about the seventh fact: taking a bath before bed can help you sleep better. If restless nights have become your unwelcome companion, whether it's trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up feeling unrefreshed, here's a gentle, time-tested remedy that could transform your evenings: a warm bath before bedtime. This isn't just about pampering yourself, though it certainly feels that way. It's a scientifically backed strategy to help your body and mind wind down for deeper, more restorative sleep. Now, you might pause and think, wait, didn't you caution against hot water earlier? And you're right. Steaming hot showers or baths can pose risks, especially for older adults, by raising heart rate or causing dizziness. But a warm bath, kept at a comfortable, lukewarm temperature, is a different beast entirely. It's a safe, soothing ritual that taps into your body's natural rhythms to ease you into slumber. Here's the science behind this sleep-enhancing trick. Your body temperature naturally fluctuates throughout the day, dropping slightly in the evening as a cue to sleep. When you soak in warm water, ideally around 98 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, just above body temperature, your core temperature rises. Then, as you step out and dry off, it cools rapidly, a process that mimics and amplifies your natural evening dip. This swift cool-down signals your brain to release melatonin, the hormone that governs sleep, helping you drift off faster and sleep more soundly. Beyond temperature, a warm bath works wonders on the physical and mental fronts. It relaxes tense muscles, say from a day of gardening or simply sitting too long, and eases joint stiffness, a common barrier to getting comfortable in bed. It also dials down stress and anxiety, which often plague older adults and sabotage sleep. The warm water triggers your parasympathetic nervous system, lowering cortisol levels and fostering a sense of calm that carries you into the night. To maximize this ritual, precision matters. Take your bath 1 to 2 hours before you plan to turn in. Any closer, and your body won't have time to cool down enough to trigger sleep. Any earlier, and the effect might wear off. Elevate the experience by adding a few drops of lavender essential oil to the water. Its scent has been shown to slow heart rate, relax muscles, and quiet the mind, amplifying the bath's calming power. Keep the water lukewarm, not scalding. You should feel cozy, not sweaty or flushed, when you step out. Too hot, and you risk feeling energized instead of drowsy, defeating the purpose. Pair this with a consistent bedtime routine, dim light. A good book, and you've got a recipe for nights that leave you refreshed, not frazzled. If tossing and turning has been your norm, this simple, low-cost tweak could be the key to unlocking the restful sleep you deserve. Thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope you found this video both enlightening and valuable. What was the most significant takeaway or insight you'll apply in your life regarding this topic? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback helps us create more meaningful content for you. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more important updates and health tips. Your support is greatly appreciated. Before you go, be sure to check out some of our other interesting videos on the channel. You might find your next valuable health insight there. See you in the next video.